Well, with me in the studio, Sheref Isla from the BBC Turkish Service. I remember as a student, my gap year, going across the Bosphorus and thinking it was the most romantic thing to be crossing on this little ferry boat from one side to the other, and 1 minute you're in Europe, the next minute you're in Asia. But in 21st century commerce land, I guess this is economically overdue.
Well, of course, and it's not just that. I mean, Istanbul does have a massive traffic problem. And this was first conceived, the first idea was 150 years ago, and the project started in 2004. So this was massively overdue. And as you said, of course, train travel is more economical, it's more efficient, it will help commerce, and it was needed in Istanbul.
There's the obvious economic argument about commerce, trade and all the rest of it. I just wonder whether it will have a psychological impact in a way that I think maybe the Channel Tunnel between Britain and France has had, which is it maybe just bring maybe the European side and the Asian side a little closer together.
I would assume so. Because going back to your gap year, I've had many friends who have wanted to visit Istanbul and be on the two continents in one day. So that was a bit romantic. But of course, with the Channel Tunnel, yes, it brought France and Britain close together. With this one, the government is billing it as the first track all the way from London to Beijing. So it is a bit of a sort of fraternity, the world coming together project, if you will.
Wow, what a fantastic train journey that would be. And just how... is the train going to be run kind of all the time, very frequent services, so that it becomes... I mean, you know, with the Eurotunnel, there are, I don't know how many crossings there are per hour, but it's, you know, it's still a bit difficult. I just wonder whether this is going to really be bringing workers into the city very fast indeed.
Well, it is definitely going to speed up the daily commute. However, it's not still connected to the main national line. So what the opening was today was the actual tunnel on the seabed. So it still needs to be connected to the national services. It still needs to be connected to, well, what we call the overground in London. So once that's connected, it will probably serve as a very important transport link.
And just describe how difficult it is, because I think, Sheriff, just before we came on air, you were describing how you used to commute regularly by train from Ankara, from the capital up to Istanbul, and then you had to get the ferry to get to... Go on.
Absolutely. I mean, it was hectic to get to the European side. It still is. But what this is going to enable is that you won't have to get off the train at Haydarpaşa or the Asian rail station and take the ferry. It is difficult to commute from one side to the other. Ferries are congested and the bridges are congested. So this is just going to speed up everything once the entire link is open.
Yeah, and I was in Istanbul quite recently, and the traffic can be very, very choking indeed, and you need a good deal of patience commuting around the city.
Yes, you definitely do, and that's the government's argument for a third bridge. But with this train link open, now people are sort of asking, you know, let's wait and see how this serves. And well, Istanbul is an ever expanding city, so the urban planning arguments are always going to be there for new links.
Fascinating. Actually, I can't wait to ride it. It would be fantastic. Sheriff, thank you very much indeed for coming to talk to us in the studio. That is us just about done for today. In a few minutes, World Business Report. They'll have more on the massive $1 billion fine for the Dutch bank Rabobank. That all still to come. Global will be here, same time, same place tomorrow. I hope you'll be able to join us. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.